These last few years since realizing about my childhood trauma have seen just explosive growth like I've never seen before. Um, I am absolutely an entirely different person than I was just a few years ago. I have grown into the adult I should always have been. My development was stunted for so long because I was trying to fill a role, trying to play a role to earn my mother's approval, which of course is never going to come. And now that I'm freed of that, now that that's no longer holding me down, I'm growing and just exploding in so many ways, and it's happening so much so fast that in some regards I'm not even entirely sure who I am yet. I'm still getting acquainted with this new person, but all the changes are good. They're all positive, so it's exhilarating, it's exciting, but it's not scary because I know this can only go to a good place. But all the time I'm noticing new things about myself, and one of them that I noticed today is I feel like I thank less. And what I mean by that, it sounds awful, but here's what I mean by that. I feel like the old me, whenever someone would do even the smallest little favor for me, show me the smallest little consideration, my gratitude was over the top. Oh my God, thank you so much. This means the world to me. You're such a lifesaver. Oh, I can never thank you enough. Yada, yada. And at the time, I felt like, well, this was me being a nice person. This is me showing how much I appreciate it. But I feel like now, when I look back on that, I feel like where it was really coming from was a place of no self-esteem, a feeling of, I don't deserve it. I'm not worth this. Oh my gosh, why would you do a favor for someone as worthless as me, a wretched, lowly creature like me? My over-the-topness, I feel like, was really a reflection of my self-esteem. And I feel like this is one of those things that when people say, yeah, I got a feeling about that person, like they're just not really, sure of themselves, but I can't say why. They can't put exactly a finger on it. They can't say it's exactly this thing they did or said. But subconsciously they get that, and I feel like that's one of those things. This over-the-top gratitude was telegraphing to people on a deeper level that my self-esteem was shaky at best. And now I'm grateful, I feel like, but I dial it down a little bit. It's like if you're so over the top grateful for even the smallest little thing. I mean, imagine when a big favor's done for you. I mean, where do you go from here? You're all the way there. Nowhere to go. You got to go to 11. These go to 11. So I have to dial it down to a reasonable level, and I think people who know me and work with me now would say that I'm not rude and I'm appreciative, and I express that. But reasonably, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. That'll suffice. I don't need to do all this poetic license, rhetorical flourish, and so forth. Just, I feel like my thank you is now at the right level, the reasonable level. And if I'm being frank, I feel like, in my opinion, it feels like that earns a little bit more respect, honestly. Not ungrateful. I still put my Sharpen card away, but not over the top, begging, thank you so much. So I guess it feels a little bit better to a certain degree to thank less.